Hey guys, it's Hustlemon. Thank you for dropping by on today's video. So we're on episode number 4 of my investment binder series, and I'm aware I've got some new subscribers coming in over here, and I'm getting a bit of attraction onto this channel right now. So I just want to quickly introduce what this series is. Every single month, I basically buy Pokemon single cards and I put it into an investment binder, my Mint Keeper top loader binder. And I'll put the rules over here, so it's very easy to follow. Power of video editing, you should see on the left hand side. Pause it if you need to. But yeah, the concept's very simple. Obviously, the amount of money that I'll put in, my hopes and aspiration is that the investment, the binder, does increase and basically becomes a short little investment for myself. I will be cashing this binder out in the year 2046, which is basically Pokemon TCG's 50th anniversary. So we're in it for the long haul. I'll have a grey beard by then. I might end up looking like the brown gown loaf over here, but either way, you know what? That is the whole aspiration about the series. I want to kind of bring in the Poke investors, the Poke collectors who always knuckle heads together at the moment of time. But I want to kind of like bring them into like something that's a bit more like, you know, a bit of a middle ground for everyone to enjoy. And I guess the Poke hobbyist in general as well. People that just love watching these sort of content in general. You know, this is, I feel like, is a bit of a fun content that I can bring in the whole group together to, you know, just follow this through and see how it goes. But with that being said and done, we need to go ahead and catch up with what's happened as of last month. And basically, guys, we've had a dip. Yeah, we've lost a whole massive pound because last month we finished at 122 and it's gone down by a quid, which, to be honest, it was to be expected. I've kept pointing this out. The Miraidon was going to decrease because when I purchased it, some random person who I feel like had more money than sense gone ahead and paid double the price for this card, and naturally it was going to fall, and it did. So now it's come down to £6. I do expect it falling to another pound as well. I think it will stagnate around the £5 area for a while, but eventually the Miraidon will increase. Like I said, it is a very long-term growth, but it's got the power of its Black Star promo card coming from an Elite Trainer box. We will see the trajectory going up, but it should not be that high at this moment of time. Somebody just gone ahead and done that. The card that's increased the most, the card that's doing the best in the investment binder, is the Charizard VMAX. This has had a big increase. Like, when I added it onto the binder, it was around the £16 area. We're now coming close to £25. Literally, that is absolutely impressive, to considering that obviously we're only 4 months into the investment binder in total, and I think this was added into the second episode, so in November, and you can see it literally. I've almost tripled the price of what I paid for it. Now, there's a couple of things, the reason why a lot of people are going back into the hobby again. There's definitely been an increase in the Pokemon market. Everyone's seen that as of recently. With this obviously now being a vaulted product as well, the Ultra Premium Collection box, I only see the trajectory going up. £42. This was when it was at the peak of Pokemon, like people getting back into the hobby from the COVID boom, like 2021, 2022. But bear in mind, the product was available at that time. You can get the Sword and Shield Ultra Premium Collection box, and now it's vaulted. So now it's even harder to find. If not, you're paying a lot more to purchase it than the recommended retail price. So this card's only going to increase. I honestly think in the next 2 years, even in a year, it probably start hitting around the £42 area again. This is definitely a strong card that I've added onto the binder. Whilst I'm here, just other predictions I think will be the Galarian legendary birds. The Galarian legendary birds. They will basically be increasing because of the Crown Zeniths, like becoming a massively popular set. And again, you know, a lot of people are shelving that product out. The things that have decreased as well that I'm a bit surprised with, but I imagine it will stagnate once again, will be the Dark Charmander and Dark Squirtle from Team Rocket. These are all first editions and the Butterfree first edition over there. So yeah. That's a quick catch up of everything that's been going on. But as of this week, guys, I had 6 pockets left to fill in my third page of my investment binder. And as you can see from last episode, I said, hell, you know, the base, we've got the base series over there. We've got Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. And I thought we're going really opposite trajectory, very old school and very new school. So I wanted to go ahead and get some more different sets over here as of this month. That's the little challenge that I set myself, and yes, I have achieved it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the 6 cards I purchased this month. So guys, to start off with, we got the Pidgeot EX over here, and this is for a flashback to my last vlog video that I did, and I purchased this from a local TCG store in Huddersfield called Gemini Games. I wanted to go ahead and get this single card for my investment binder video. I did point that out, and I just want to go ahead and drop this in straight away. Yeah, the Pidgeot EX, I'll be fair with you guys, for £5 in the spotless condition it is in, I'm absolutely pleased with that. You can get this online on eBay for around the £4 area, if not just under, but again, if I see it in person, I don't mind paying that extra £1 because of, I can get to see how it definitely looks like, and for me, just supporting a local TCG store as well is important to me. But I wanted to feature this card in particular because I wanted to kind of give a bit of a shout out to the new school people that are into the Pokemon TCG hobby and actually playing the game as it is, because the Charizard EX deck that you can get over here, if anyone wants to just get themselves started over here, like, this deck is quite a cool structure build over here. Like, honestly, it's a quite strong deck for anyone just to get yourself into the game. You could probably take out the Moltres that come in, get a bit more draw power in, but to get yourself a somewhat decent, like, good deck to actually go for it, this is not a bad build. And a lot of people do put in, a lot of people in tournaments actually do run the Charizard and Pidgeot combination. So I feel like because of that familiarity in the current scene, the Pidgeot will slightly increase in the price as well in the future. It does say at the moment of time though, it's about hovering around £7, so I am showing in a profit even me putting down the £5. However, again, I will say this will dip. I'm just shocked that this is the stats for it at this moment of time. It must have been part of some sort of like bundle offer, I think, because sometimes it doesn't register like a single card being purchased on its own. So maybe someone bought a set of 3 to put in their deck for £7, which I can see that easily happening. But overall, this card is great. Pidgeot, again, part of the original 151s. I love the Pokemon as well. It's it's like a surfer, like pigeon, really. So you can't go wrong over there. But yeah, I'm happy with the purchase. £5 overall. We're in the plus so far. Will it stagnate? I do think so. Once the trajectory sees somebody buying it as a single standalone card. Next up, guys, we're finally here, a new set, and it's from the Sun and Moon era. We got the 2019 McDonald's cards over here from Vinted. I bought this as well, which I did mention I'm going to be using Vinted a lot more and more these days, especially considering with eBay's new policy that's coming in place with the buyer's fee as of next month. Vinted is going to be one of them options that I need to start exploring more and more, but I got 5 of these cards for £8 in total, and honestly that's a win straight away. Firstly, I need to point out, right, I got 2 Laprases in over there, so I'm going to keep 1 for grading and 1 for basically as of this collection over here. And I got the Executor over there as well, but I'll be honest, that was not in a near mint condition. It's more like a lightly played, but these 3 overall, well, then 4 in total, the 2 Laprases were in absolute fantastic condition. So I'm still going to keep it simple. I'm going to say I put £8 in for these 3 cards, but obviously you guys are aware of what's happening in the background. This is where the win comes in, the Lapras. This is the most sought after card of the set, and honestly it does range about the £10 area. I would say it's showing up about £12 at this moment of time. The Lapras in Hollow on its own was worth it for me. The fact that I got 2 of them, I'm just honestly really pleased with it. I put the best condition version onto the binder over here, but the other one is in absolute fantastic condition as well. It's worthy for grading, so I'm going to go ahead and definitely do that. You can even see it, to be honest, on eBay as well. Like, the only one that I can see, look, light played, £8, etc. Like, we can trust Lloyd Twin trade. It does say near mint over there, £8, and that is pretty much a great price for that card at this moment of time. I mean, it does say near mint, but I'll be honest, mine's is 100% in a lot better condition than that. Yeah, I mean, you take that as you will, guys, but I got to say I'm very pleased with that Lapras. So we've definitely come out with a plus. The other card, obviously, we got featuring is the Duck Trio over there, the Surfer Duck Trio. Again, that's not really too expensive a card. You're looking about roughly the £2 area over there. And we got Sandshrew, which just a quick thing, my favorite Pokemon, Sandslash, so I always gotta love a bit of Sandshrew in there as well, the base version of Sandshrew, so I'm happy with that purchase as well. So to add these 3 into my binder, it's an absolute win. We're in the Sun and Moon era as well, so definitely going to look out for more cards from this particular set. But either way, Vinted is a strong place for me to, from here on out, go if I want to buy some Pokemon single cards. Right, next up, guys, we got the Snorlax from the 151 Elite Trainer box promo. I wanted to go ahead and add this card, especially considering with the current trend on the hobby. I know this card was going to increase. I'm just a bit shocked by the stats over here, because you can see overall it says £20, and this is not the stamped one. I had to like close my eyes for a second, because there you go, the Pokemon Center stamped one, £75. This is the standard one for £20. So again, this is absolutely inflated, so it's going to show my investment binder being a lot more of value than it actually is, because this card you can still pick it around £4. However, it is starting to increase. It's actually going to fluctuating a bit more now, especially with the current trend. And I actually can evidence that, because I purchased this from Chaos Cards for £4, and right now, just literally a week later, it's £6 as well. Power of video editing, you can see it right there. The proof is in the pudding. The card is getting a lot of traction at this moment of time. So yeah, I will expect it to be around the £6 to £7 area. 151 set, we don't need to talk about it much. It's absolutely popular. The Black Star promo badge on that Snorlax as well is naturally all going to go to its favour. It's a stunning card as well. You got Dugtrio over there if you look closely as well. Sorry, Diglett, and then you got Pidgey over there as well. So these kind of cards do well for the collecting world. Like, people like the whole story and the concept behind each one of these cards to see what it's telling. And I think Snorlax, again, it's one of them popular Pokemons. It's cute and cuddly, and people just love the look of Snorlax. So again, you know, all this goes into the favour when it comes to the mainstream world. But definitely one of those things, guys, where if you got a chance right now, this is a very strong single card to go ahead and buy, because it will increase. But for me, I'm just shocked at seeing it for £20 over there. It's definitely not going to reflect right, and we're only going to see it decrease once the trajectory showcases it in normal. I don't know if people are looking at absolute crisp condition from it coming from its actual packet and willing to pay that much rather than it being unsleeved. I honestly can't tell you, but £20 is not the price at all. Right, last card over here, guys, for today. We got the Pikachu Libra. I wanted to go ahead and add this card. I saw this on Chaos Cards as well for a flush £5, and I was like, whoa, that is absolutely like awesome for this price as well. Yeah, you know, this is absolutely incredible price, to be fair. It's roughly about an £8 value card. Obviously, we can see it over here as well that there's about 4 purchases as of that time frame within the last 2 years for being 10.55. So this is probably one seller that actually made a flush tenner off this card. And if you go on eBay as well, you're looking about that £8 area as well. This is the one that I saw in near mint condition over here, but there's not a picture of the back, which I prefer seeing how the back of the card looks like, guys, because obviously you want to know that this card is gradable, especially if you're purchasing it in near mint to mint condition. This is one of those things, but for me, to what I got in Chaos Cards, like, honestly, it's absolutely incredible. Look, that's a near mint. You can see the back over there. That's questionable over there as well. So I suppose people were happy to pay that £10, knowing it's coming fresh as well, if they can see that card. But again, for £5, this card is a very strong investment to add onto the binder. I wanted to definitely add this in. It's a cool looking card. They got that lightning kit. You got Pikachu dressed as a Lucha Libre wrestler. I'm a WWE fan, like, so I wanted to feature this in, especially with the cool look and design of this card. And again, people are attracted to these sort of artworks, especially collectors. They want something unique, something cool looking as well. And Pikachu Libre does tick that boxes. So I'm happy to feature that in, guys. But yeah, that's all 6 cards. We've completed the 3rd page of the investment binder. Let's go ahead and summarize it all. So there we go, guys. It's all done and dusted. We spent £22 as of this month. So that brings us grand total that we spent so far, £104. We finally hit the 3-digit mark that we spent on the binder. But our collection value is still in the green. It's at £177. It's definitely inflated because of the 2 cards that I've added in onto the binder. Like the Pidgeot, I don't mind as much. It's only about £2 to £3 inflated. But it's the Snorlax, guys. That is the one that is absolutely like, this is absolutely ridiculous for that price. £21 we're close to. This card should be around £6 area, honestly. So I do see the collection value dropping to around £20 area, I would say, like maybe soon as well. Maybe by the time we hit the next episode, this chart would, figure itself out a bit more. However, we will basically be seeing this card still climbing up. So any decrease that we have, I do think the Charizard VA Max will definitely be making up for it as well. But yeah, like I said, we're still in the green. It's nice to see some Sun and Moon and XY cards finally added in over there. We've got a bit more of a spread now. I will try to get some Neo Genesis cards, I guess. It's easier said than done because, like, you gotta think that Pokemon started to take a dip around 2003 2007 era, and not many collectors had these sort of cards in near mint conditions, especially with the product that's available by then. So if people do have them sort of cards, they tend to obviously hold a bit more value into there. So if I was to purchase something, it'd be difficult for me to see an increase in it, basically, because I'm already paying quite an inflated price for that card, basically, in short. So I will do my best if I can spot it at a local TCG store. That's probably going to be the most ideal thing that I can try to find. But it's one of those. Either way, I am definitely going to utilize a lot more bundle sales, because with new eBay policy coming in place, I'm going to have to kind of do that. Vintage seems like a strong market for me to look into more and more, especially finding that McDonald's find. I feel like that's an incredible purchase. That's definitely like increased the money quite a bit as well on the collection value. But hopefully you guys appreciate the content. Like I said, it's something fun. We're doing it every month, so if you're a collector, investor, etc., this is sort of like the content that I feel like it's kind of like a cool blend of both worlds being combined in over here. But I'm always open to suggestion, guys. If you got any inputs to add in over here, any cards that you felt like will actually do well in this investment binder, feel free to drop in the comment section. I know one person mentioned the Steelix Paradox Rift. I'm still looking for it, brother. I'm still out there searching for it. I'm just waiting for it to come at a decent price. I don't know when I'm going to get hold of it, but it's one of those things. It's definitely on my radar. I guess the other thing, that's probably on my radar now is spending at least about £20 on a single card. I want to kind of make a bit of a bigger purchase as well for one card. I don't think I've done that as of yet. So we need to basically go big or go home. I think that's the phrase, isn't it? That we need to make a bit of a bigger purchase and see how well that does. So I am tempted. Whether I do that next episode or the following one, we'll wait and see. But either way, guys, like I said, input's appreciated. Let me know what you guys think of the series. If you want to do me a favor, hit that like button. It really helps out channels like myself over here. And hopefully you can spread this content out over there to anyone else that you feel like will enjoy this sort of thing. Thank you once again, guys. That's all me done and dusted. I guess I'll see you guys on the next video or the next episode of this series, whatever, either one. Enjoy until then. Take care.